Hi guys, just want to quickly show you what I've set up here recently. Right, this is not my shack computer. I mean, I call it my shack. It's actually a massive converted garage. It used to be a double garage, and I converted it into my room, my man cave, for want of a better word, expression, whatever. Anyway, so my shack is my office and everything else. And actually, the computer that I use for my radio that's connected to my ICOM 7800 is behind me. So I refer to that as my shack, but basically I'm in the same place. But this is my office computer. That's what I call it. It's the one I sit on every day, and I do all my stuff on my websites and what have you. And I can sit here watching telly as well, and look out the window, look at everyone going by. So I feel comfortable here. Um, so it made sense to actually try and somehow get an amateur radio station working from this computer, and then that's when I discovered SDR, software defined radio, and basically I'll never ever regret buying my son SDR 2DX because it's fantastic. And now this is, as you see here, this is what I have. I run it remotely, not very remotely as such, because I'm in the same room, but I have my SDR radio plugged directly into my network switch, into my router, basically. So, and then I have the software, the expert electronic software, which you use to run the radio. This bit over here on the right hand side, that's the interface for the radio. I've loaded that on, and I keep that on a second computer. I've got two computers here, two screens. So I have the radio interface open on this screen here, and this is my second screen where I have my logbook. And this is another software I recently found and I've fallen in love with it. It's Log4OM, log for old man, I think it stands for. Not that, well, I suppose 50. Is it? Does that make me old? Am I old? 50? I suppose if you're 30, then I am old. But if I'm 70, then I'm young. So middle aged maybe. But anyway, this is a really great program. I love it because I've used HRD for many years, but it's a great program. Don't get me wrong, but it has its own interface. And when you're already using software-defined radio, you don't need another interface like HRD. So I've found this program, which is brilliant, and you can connect it. I've got it connected to the Sun software via virtual cables, and they're VSPE. VSPE. Oh no, I can't open it. Sorry about that. But that's who I use. VSP, virtual serial, whatever. Can't remember what it stands for now. So virtual serial Ethernet, something Ethernet, I think. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So that's how I connect the software directly to my radio, and I can do all the logbook. And the logbook follows the radio frequency. It's great. So if I just just click over here, see it changes here, and I'm using a trackball mouse. And this software is perfect for people like myself who are disabled, and I just use the trackball mouse. It's just brilliant. It's made for disabled people who don't have much finger movement because you don't need to mess around with little knobs and buttons. Everything is on the computer screen. It's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Anyway, so that's that. And the other thing I've got set up here is my rotator, PST rotator, which is also connected via my network switch. I have a Yaesu 2800 DXC, which is plugged into an ERC, Easy Rotator Control interface, and that goes into the network switch. And then I have the PST rotator software loaded, and that's all configured, so I can control my rotator. So it's brilliant. The control box for the rotator is behind me, but not before I had to turn around and turn it every time I wanted to. But now Just click on that, and the rotator turns itself. So everything is here for me. It's superb. In fact, I haven't even used my icon since I've been using this software. I was thinking about selling the icon, but I'm too much. I love the radio, and so I'm going to keep it. But this is my radio now, and I love it. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you my little setup that I use, the software-defined radio setup, and how I operate 99.9, well, 100% of the time at the moment. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Cheers for now, guys. Stay safe.